guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, back with another episode, another revisited review, this time of the LG V20. I'm gonna start off by saying this is exactly what the LG G5 should have looked like. Should have, would have, could have. Not just quite though. I think the V20 though might be one of the most underrated smartphones of 2016, might even be on my sleeper list of top Android device of this year. Can't find too many bad things to say about this guy. The V20 is a really interesting one. Not too many people that you meet on the street actually know this phone exists, but it is the first Android smartphone out of the Nexus and now the Pixel lineup that offers Android Nougat. The experience has been awesome. The interface may be something that I'd like to change, but if you're like me, install a custom launcher, run Nova Launcher on this thing, and you won't have any of those problems. For the sake of this review though, and I've been using this for the past month, just stock, as is. And it's still pretty decent. So the things that you'll love from Nougat and both the hardware in this guy, this phone is quick and snappy, one of the fastest experiences that I've had on a smartphone. That's to be expected though. For a flagship, anything that's over $500 to $600 I think should perform without any sorts of hiccups. The V20 is no exception, whether you're multitasking, playing games, browsing the net, doing anything graphic intensive, this thing is hummed along, minimal lag, probably not even one stutter yet. The things that I've loved about the V20, first off being the screen, 5.7 inches, this thing is massive, 2560 by 1440, that's what she said, massive. LCD panel, great viewing angles, especially in direct sunlight. It doesn't have that oversaturated look like AMOLED or Super AMOLED screens have, like on Samsung devices, and I kind of prefer the cooler look of this screen. One of my favorite displays, as I've been switching between both the 7 Plus and the V20 as my daily drivers, on the backs is what we'll talk about next, which are the cameras. Both have a dual lens sort of camera, and I actually prefer the focal ranges found on the V20. Just like the LG G5, they have two ranges. One is super wide, f2.8, 135 degrees, and I love that almost fisheye lens look to it, whereas the iPhone 7 Plus has the portrait mode. I think I use this more, and the versatility of the super wide lens is something that I personally prefer. Let me know in the comments though if you think differently. I'm all about that wide angle though. I will actually take a few sample shots, so this is regular focal length. Switching to the ultra wide, to me, that's way more versatile than having a portrait lens, but that's obviously personal opinion. The build of the V20 is once again subjective. It technically has two displays, the first 5.7, which I mentioned, and this always on display on the front, which shows you very useful information. Once you've got to the main screen, you can load apps, launch a couple things, and it even says your name, in case you forget. On the back, completely made out of aluminum, you can see that I'm rocking one of my fave skin combos, this new marble stuff from D brand. Check this out, this thing looks pure sexy. This one linked in the description, but underneath that is actually the most stealth feature and the one which I really love the V20 for. It's the fact that you can remove the battery. How useful is that? We don't see that in smartphones anymore. Kinda love that. So 3,500 milliamps of juice for the most part has lasted me the entire day over the month which I've used it, except for those rare instances where I either stay up a bit later than normal, am really browsing heavily on the net, probably watching a ton of YouTube videos. I have swapped out the battery and I just love that versatility. You get an extra thumbs up, V20. You're a winner in my books. On the back, you will find the on and off /sleep button, and the integrated fingerprint sensor works just as good as my iPhone and Touch ID. Haven't had too many issues except for the few times when my fingers are wet. Keep them dry, keep them protected. That seems to be the overall theme for most of my videos for this month. That's okay. And the thing that most people won't tell you about the V20, which might be my personal favorite over this entire time, is the actual multimedia experience, whether that's watching movies, playing games, listening to audio. It's been exceptional. It has hi-fi audio and 4 DACs to really elevate the listening experience. Just make sure you have higher quality and higher bitrate music that can take advantage of that, and you'll be jamming out in no time. And also, with those 2 microphones that I mentioned, you can actually record audio in 24-bit, and it's kind of nice and refreshing that we have a device that can play lossless music and also record it as well. And to round out that entire audio experience, the V20 actually ships with a pair of Bang & Olufsen headphones. Sadly, I have forgot mine at work as I've been using this as my commuter phone, but they are definitely better quality and way better sounding than the likes of the iPhone 7 and the nasty earbuds that you get with those. But as I said at the beginning of this video, I think the V20 might be one of the most underrated smartphones of 2016. Let me know what you think of it down below in the comments. Highly suggest this thing, especially if you want a phone that not too many people have, is a bit unique, and has the capability to swap out batteries, since not too many phones have that anymore. If you guys like this video though, be sure to smash that like button as it helps me out a ton. Sub to the channel for more sweet content, and I will catch the rest of you in either one of my next episodes or in one of my vlogs. Peace.